Hello my grands, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Rue. I'm your host Rue, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Oh, and also so you can become part of the LeGrand Rue family. On today's episode, we're going to be focusing on how to apply false lashes. But first, let's go over some items that we're not going to use to apply them. So to begin, we're not going to use hair glue, Gorilla Glue, or E600 glue if you still want to have lashes by the end of your application. You want to use some good old adhesive glue. Now, some glues that you can use for your lashes would be your House of Lash glue, black or white, your Duo glue, black or white, or you can use the adhesive glue that comes out of the lash package. Either way, whatever your preference is, that's the type of adhesive glue you want to use. Something that is not going to irritate your lash line, but it's going to hold those lashes on all throughout the day. Now, adhesive glue is not permanent glue. It's meant for the false lash to come off after use. Now, I know a lot of you ladies out there think putting on lashes is extremely hard, but that's what I'm here for. So go ahead and put those arts and craft glues back in your pencil boxes because class is now in session. You're welcome. Sip tea, sip tea, sip tea, sip tea. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, for real, it's time for a quick little story time. So I'll never forget the time that I was working in cosmetics and I got told I needed to do a lash application. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead, let me grab my box, let me set out my utensils. I just need to wait for her to go purchase her lashes and I'll gladly put these lashes on her. So, you know, she comes around the corner and I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, hold on. And I'm looking and I'm like, well, you're purchasing lashes, but what are those? Like, she clearly already had lashes on her lids. So I'm like, not a problem. You know, I'm used to people coming in here with lashes on, you know, and wanting them removed so they can put their new lashes back on. So I'm like, not an issue. So I'm like, you know, have a seat. So she sits down and everything and we're talking and then I go to like remove her lashes and I'm noticing that these lashes have a little bit of a tug. So I'm like, what's on these lashes? So I say to her like, hey, what's on your lash? And she's like, with all the confidence looking at me like, clearly you should know this. And I'm like, no, what's on these lashes? And so she's like, hair glue. And I'm like, what? Hair glue? Like, no. I wanted to really look at her and be like, really? Hair glue? Out of all the glues in the world, you chose to put the one glue that is not even meant for your eyelashes, let alone your lids, on your lids. Okay, so I was like, well, guess what? We're gonna have to remove these. And she's like, okay. But I'm like, no. What you don't understand is this is about to get real. Like, I was about to literally take my foot and put it on her chest and pull these lashes off her lid because they were on there so tough. So finally, after all of that, you know, I removed her lashes and I put her new lashes on, and I'm telling you, she learned a lesson that day. She learned, like I stated earlier in this video, that E600 glue, Gorilla Glue, and your hair glue that's meant for your extensions, not your lids, are not the go-to glues. And so I say all that with confidence to tell you people out there that when you, my lovely grands, are wearing lashes, please use the glue that either comes with the packaging or the adhesive glue of your choice, but do not use any of those arts and crafts glues, okay? And with that, I say you're welcome. Let's get back to our scheduled program. When applying your lashes, you want to make sure that you have the right tools. So you will need a compact mirror so that you can see what you're doing up close. You want to have a pair of scissors so that you can cut and measure your lashes. You want to have tweezers to help you get into those inner corners as well as place those lashes on your lid. You want to have some adhesive glue, again, so that you have something that's easy to remove, but that's going to help keep those lashes on all day. You want to have some mascara that's going to help lift those lashes after you've applied them so they don't feel heavy. And you also, of course, want to have a pair of lashes so that you can apply for your day of looking fabulous. Now, some other ways that you can apply lash glue easily would be taking a flat steel plate and putting some adhesive glue on it, and then take the end of your makeup brush and dip it into your glue, and then you can lightly line that across the lash strip. Or you can go ahead and get you one of those glues that come already with the applicator with brush, and then you can take the tip of that and glide that across the lash itself. Or you can even take your duo glue or any adhesive glue that comes in the bottle and just squeeze out a little bit of the glue at its tip and lightly glide that along the strip of the lash. And all of those ways can help easily apply the glue so that you're not oversaturating the lash, and so you're getting a nice hold for your lids. Second, you want to place your lash on the lid and measure it to make sure that the lash is not too big for your eyelid. If the lash is too long or too big, you want to make sure that you cut the lash from the outer corner of the lash so that you're not altering the shape. So if you haven't watched my How to Choose the Perfect Lash video, make sure to watch it after this. Now, once you've measured the lash to your lid, you want to make sure that you take your adhesive glue and start lining those lashes to apply to your eyelid. Once you've applied the glue, you want to take your lash and either wave it back and forth, blow on the lash, but if you're doing other people's makeup, just be aware that that's really not that hygienic. So that's where your tweezers come in. You'd want to take your tweezer and hold the lash and then wave that lash back and forth so that it air dries and becomes tacky, and then it will be ready for you to place on either you or your client's lid. Then you would take your compact mirror and hold it in a downward position, opening up that eye area so that you can see more of your lash line, and this will create more space and expose more of your lid so that that lash can sit perfectly. Now at this point, you can either use your hands or you can use your tweezers. I know if I'm working with a newer pair of lashes, I'd use my hands because the band of the lash is more structured, therefore it's more curved and it can fit my lid a little bit easier. But then when it gets a little more old, I will go in with my tweezers because with the glue being applied to that older lash, it may be a little flimsy. So I'll take my tweezer and assist in placing the lash on my lid so that I get it right in the lash line, and then I can just nip in those inner and outer corners to hold my lash in place a little bit easier. You gotta know, tweezers are really great in assisting and getting that lash on those lids perfectly and closer to the lash line. So if you're having issues with your lashes lifting in the inner corner, I usually take the butt of my tweezer and I will just push it right into my inner corner to make sure that that glue gets right down in there, so that by the end of the day, after I've been oily or after I've maybe teared up because who knows, something flew past me or something got in my eye, I don't have to worry about that lash lifting. And also something else, another tip, when you wear lashes, just bring some glue with you. Okay, put it in your little bag because you never want your lash to lift and you don't have any glue to push it back down. Let me know in the comments below if that's ever happened to you. Maybe you were at work, maybe you were out and you were just thinking you were so cute, and then you saw that your lash was lifting and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I have no glue, I have no tweezers. So you just ripped the lash off and then you came back to the desk or to the party looking like who shot John? Let me know in the comments below because I've been there as well. Never again. Never again. Never. Now, when it comes to placing the lash on the lid, this is where everybody gives up hope. This is where the faith goes right out the door. This is where they hang it up and say lashes are just not for me because they're too hard. But let me tell you, once you learn how to apply these lashes with my technique, you will be able to wear these lashes every day and not just for special occasions. So you want to take your lash and you want to have your compact mirror, and you basically want to take the lash and start rotating it back and forth. This is what I call massaging the band. It kind of loosens it up so that the structure of it isn't so tough and that it can actually form better on your eye. And I'm going to take the House of Lash glue in black. I really do like this glue. I find that it holds a little bit better. I used to use the white one and I still think that's a great glue as well, but comment below which one you guys like to use, and if you haven't used it, please go out and try it. So you're going to take your lash and you're going to take your compact, and again you're going to hold your compact in a downward position, and you're going to take your lash and you're going to try to sit it in the center of your lid. That is the part that you want to concentrate on. You want to put it on the center. You don't want to go from the inner corner to the outer corner. You don't want to go from the outer corner to the inner corner. That's what a lot of people do, and that's how you mess up putting on your lashes. So again, you want to make sure that you put it in the center of your lid. So I'm going to place it on the center of my lid like this and just push it in a little bit. Okay? Once it's on the center, you're going to see that it's lifting up on the outer corner and the inner corner, and that's perfectly fine. That's what's going to happen. The whole point of the lash at this point is to get it in the center. Once in the center, you're going to take your tweezers and, well, first I like to take my finger and just kind of push it in. Then when it comes to the inner corner of my eye, I take my tweezers and then I just kind of pull it over and just push it in the center, like so. So again, I put it in the center and then I take my other finger and I push it on the outer corner, and then I'll take my tweezer and I will go into the inner corner of the eye. Then I like to take the butt of my tweezer and just press along my lash line to make sure that it's really down in there. And then I kind of lift it up underneath as well. And that's it. Once applied, take a look at yourself. Beautiful, right? And if your lashes start to feel a little heavy, please know you applied them right. It just may be the style of the lash or the fact that you may have never worn lashes before, but I've got a little tip for you in this department. By taking some mascara to your lashes, it's going to help to lift your lashes, being the false ones you applied, and it's also going to help bring that whole eye look together. So I'm going to take the Benefit's They're Real mascara, and why I'm using this mascara is because I love the teeth. They're really nice, tiny, and separating. And so when I go in to put the mascara on, I know they're going to separate my natural lashes, giving more structure to that false lash so that it doesn't feel as heavy. So I'm going to take back my compact mirror, and the reason why I'm using this is because, again, I want to extend my lid so that I can see what I'm doing. And I like to work in front of either a bathroom mirror or my vanity mirror so that I can get a closer look of what I'm going to look like when I'm done. So I'm going to put my compact mirror in a downward position like I did earlier when I applied my lashes. I'm going to take my mascara on and I'm lightly just going to go underneath the false lash. And what I'm doing right now is I'm separating my natural lashes so that I'm lifting my false lash and it's not feeling as heavy. Then when I'm done, I'm just going to look in the mirror to make sure that I see what I like, and that's pretty much it. Now for some of you, it may take you a while in getting used to putting on lashes because these may be new tools for you. Or maybe you've never put on lashes before, but I promise you with practice, you'll be a pro. So it seems like we've come to another end of our episode, and I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know we've learned a lot. I know there were some great product recommendations. If you would all just like and comment and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And like always, I will see you guys back next time on Cooking with Rue. Bye.